I am Associate Professor Y.B. Chaudhary. Today we studied mechatronics. In mechatronics, unit number 4, programmable logic control. A PLC, a programmable logic control, is a digitally electronic apparatus which uses a programmable memory for the internal storage of instruction by implementing specific functions such as logic, sequencing, timing, counting, and arithmetic to control through digital or analog input or output modules, various types of the machine or processes. The PLC receives from information from connected input devices and the sensor processes the received data and trigger required output as per its pre-programmed parameters based on its input and outputs. A PLC can easily monitor and record runtime data like operating temperature, machine productivity, generation of alarm when a machine fails, automatic start and stop processes, and more. PLC are robust and flexible manufacturing process control solutions that are adaptable to most applications. As shown in the figure, the PLC architecture. They are the 5 parameters: input module, power supply, output module, central processing unit, memory, and programming devices. PLC hardware components: input sensing section and input section that tracks on field devices like switches and sensors. The power supply: the most PLC work at 24 volt DC or 220 volt AC, somehow isolated power supplies. The CPU: check the PLC regularly to prevent errors and perform functions like arithmetic operations and logic operations. Memory: the system ROM permanently stores fixed data used by the CPU while the RAM stores the input and output device information, timer values, counters, and other internal devices. Output module section: this section gives output control over devices like pump, solenoids, lights, and motors. Programming device is used to feed the program into the processor's memory. Input sensing sections: input or output module is responsible for accepting the input from input field devices, sensors, switches, etc., and conveying the output to the output field devices, solenoids, valve, indicator, etc. Input from the field devices are connected to the input module, and from the output module, output is conveyed to the output field devices. Input and output modules can be two types: fixed and modular. Input module of PLC. Input module PLC shows in figure the relays, contact, push button, limit switches, analog sensor, selector switches. These are the input modules. So normally the first we have studied the normally open switches, and second is the normally closed switches. As shown in figure, the normally open switches, contacts are open, that is the current input is equal to 0, that means no power supply. When the switches is operated, the input is equal to 1, the contact will be closed, power supply will be there. Normally closed switches, contacts are closed, that is the current input equal to 1, the power supply will be there. When the switches is operated, that is the input is equal to 0 and contact will be open, means no power supply. The fixed input. The fixed input and output is a typical of a small PLCs that come in one package with no separate removable units. The processor and the input or output are packaged together, and the input or output terminals will have a fixed number of connections built in for input and outputs. The main advantage of these types of packaging is a lower cost. The number of available input and output points as varies and usually can expanded by buying additional units of fixed input or outputs. Disadvantages: lack of flexibility. You are limited in what you can get in the quantities and type of dictated by the packaging. If any part in the unit fails, the whole unit has to be replaced. Modular inputs. Here the PLC is divided into compartments in which separate modules can be plugged, thereby increasing the flexibility. One can choose from the modules available from the manufacturer and mix them any way they desire. The basic modular controller consists of a rack, power supply, processor module, input and output, and an operator interface for the programming and monitoring. The module plug into a rack. When the module is slid into the rack, it makes an electrical connection with a series of contacts called the backplane located at the rear of the rack. As shown in the figure, the types of the switches, they are the push button, limit switches, pressure switches, level switches, temperature switches. This mostly the switches is work is on or off. Output modules. The output to actuators allow a PLC to cause something to happen in a process. A short list of popular actuators is given below in order of relatively popularity. Solenoid valves, logical output that can switch a hydraulic or pneumatic flow. Lights, the logical output that can often be powered directly from the PLC output boards. Motor starters, motor often draw a large amount of current when they started, so they require motor starters, which are basically large relays. Servo motors, a continuous output from the PLC, can command a variable speed or position. As shown in the figure output module of PLC, there are the following components: motor, solenoid, lead display, heater coil, lamp or coil. These components are used in the output modules. Power supply. This module supplies power to the CPU. Input and output modules. It can be built into the PLC or be in an external unit. Common voltage levels required by the PLC with and without the power supply are 24 volt DC, 110 volt AC, 220 volt AC. For a small PLC system, the power supply may be used to power the field devices as well. For large PLC systems, the power supply does not normally supply power to the field devices. With large systems, power to field devices is provided by the external alternating current AC or direct current DC supplies. Central processing unit. The processor CPU is the brain of the PLC. A typical processor usually consists of a microprocessor for implementing the logic and controlling the communication among the modules. The processor requires memory for storing user programming, instruction, numerical values, and input-output device status. Programming device. A programming device is used to enter the desired program into the memory of the processor. The programming device can be computer or handheld device. A programming device need not be connected to the PLC always, only when the entering or editing the program is required. The programming device has to be connected. The personal computer. The personal computer is the most commonly used programming device. Using the available PLC software, a PC can be used as the programming device. This software allows user to create, edit, documents, store, and troubleshoot ladder logic programs. As the computer monitor is able to display more logic on the screen than a handheld device, interpretation of the program is easy.